Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Strong Draws. My name is Brett Strong, and today I will be drawing Count Orlock from the old 1922 Nosferatu film. Old silent film. I don't know how many people have actually seen it, but yeah, I've been on kind of a vampire film kick lately. Over the past couple days, been watching Interview with the Vampire. I'm watching the Underworld ones right now. One called Kiss of the Damned, which I found on Netflix I'd never seen before. Is really, really good. And what else? Vampire in Brooklyn, the Eddie Murphy one. But sitting doing my warm-up sketch today and decided to do Count Orlock, and just kind of decided to hit record. So it's a very quick sketch. So like I said, just kind of my warm-up for today, getting used to the tools again. Like I said, it was a 1922 film, and it was a silent film, which again, I'm not sure how many people have actually seen it nowadays, but it is real interesting film to watch. It's actually very, very creepy still. You know, all these years later, nearly 100 years later, still very unsettling, very eerie, and a lot to do with Max Schreck, who portrayed Count Orlock in the movie. And kind of the lore and the history of that film alone was kind of interesting in and of itself, because in 1922, when it was made, a lot of people thought that Max Schreck was a true vampire. The audiences were very terrified of him. And again, if you actually watch the film, you can see how creepy he actually was. And it led to a lot of rumors and whatnot surrounding the production, again, basically, of him. And inspired a film actually not too long ago. I think it came out in 2000. A film called Shadow of the Vampire, with Willem Dafoe, Eddie Izzard, John Malkovich, and others, where they actually, it was kind of like the making of the film, as if Max Schreck was actually Count Orlock. And if you watch the film, it's actually Dracula. Within, for the most part, it's Dracula. It's the same story if you ever read the Bram Stoker novel or seen any of the film adaptations. The thing is in 1922, the Stoker estate wouldn't actually give them the rights to make the movie, so they changed the ending, and then they changed the name of the character, but kept everything else for the most part. Which, weirdly enough, is why people think Dracula can be killed by sunlight, is because of that film. Which, if you read the Bram Stoker novel, not actually the case. He could walk around in the daylight. I think the only thing that could kill him was the stake in the heart thing, if I remember right. It's been a while since I read the book, and there's been so many iterations of it over the years, it's kind of hard to remember all the different rules for each story of vampire. But you know, I've been pretty mildly obsessed, I guess you could say, or interested in vampire lore for going on 15, 16, 17 years, since I was about 12, 13 years old when I first saw Interview with the Vampire. And I started reading those books, and then kind of started studying all the legends and lore that surround the vampires, and just kind of educated myself on all that. And kind of became, I don't want to say an expert, but maybe aficionado might be the word, of vampires, and just, you know, always had been very interested in them, and started consuming everything I could just to kind of learn as much as I could about them, and know quite a bit. I think I've probably forgotten most of it over the years, but, you know, very interesting myths and legends surrounding them. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of good vampire media out there anymore, entertainment to consume, books, films, or otherwise. I know Anne Rice actually released another Lestat novel, I believe last October, if I remember right. Still have yet to read it. I need to get a audible.com subscription so I can listen to some of these books I've been wanting to read for a long time. But I mean, there's some good ones. I don't know if you guys are into horror films. I'm like, if I want to watch a vampire flick, it's going to usually be in the horror genre, which a lot of people don't do, especially since the Twilight. But a few good ones, like if you guys are interested in them, check them out. There's a really great one, Let Me In. If you haven't seen that, check that out. Or if you want to watch the film it was based off, if you don't mind reading subtitles, is Let the Right One In. Probably one of the best vampire movies I'd seen in a long, long time. Otherwise, it looks like I'm about to wrap up here. I know I generally don't cover a lot of the drawing stuff as much. It's just kind of me talking about kind of whatever, you know, as the video plays. But if you have any questions, you know, over drawing or whatever, in this case even vampires, whatever you guys want to talk about, leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, you can check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description below, and you can see a lot more of my stuff that I don't, you know, make videos of. The videos I'm trying to keep up on, I am working on Light Earth for No Gravity Studios, doing the interiors of that, and really trying to hit the deadline. About to wrap up number 2, hopefully in the next week or so, and get into number 3 shortly after that. So, again, check me out there. I will try and keep the videos about, hopefully at least once a week. I know I started the tutorials, and I want to get back to that. It's just they take a little bit longer to produce than stuff like this. So, again, check me out, Facebook, Twitter. Otherwise, we will see you next week, guys. Have a good one, and bye.